you guys doing? You alright? My name's Kieran DeHell, and I recently just went through a name change. I used to be called Kieran Leah, but then I found out that people just couldn't pronounce my last name. I don't know why, I don't know how, but they just pronounced it as Lee, so for the years I went for Korean Lee. I don't know how they kept calling me Korean Lee. It was mainly Deliveroo drivers. They just kept going, I'm looking for Korean Lee. I went as that for 6 months. I was like, my name's Kieran. But yeah, I went to a name change. It has its drawbacks. I mean, people can't say my last name now without sounding surprised. I'm looking for a Kieran DeHell. It's actually really fun with the name change because you have to go through all of that. But with my old name, it was absolutely awful. Parents did it, teachers did it. I had medical professionals correcting me on my last name. It was like, I think you'll find it's Lee. I was like, I think you'll find I know how to spell my own name, dickhead. One of the things that was amazing, we went to Comic-Con recently, me and my partner, who also has this last name, DeHell. And we ordered a McDonald's breakfast, and we managed to make the Deliveroo driver sound accidentally racist as well as surprised at the last name. So it was like, we ordered McDonald's breakfast. He arrived and went, yeah, I'm looking for a Korean, and then he said my last name with the amount of shock and confusion that you would if you tried to explain the plot of Inception while drunk. And just went, I'm looking for a Korean DeHell? And just seeing me and my partner in full cosplay, absolutely baffled out of his mind as to... It's like, he looked absolutely surprised that he was accidentally racist, and then the utter terror in his face. But it's funny when they, like, Korean Lee. I don't know where to go from that. Imagine introducing your friend as Korean Lee, and I'll steps a 6-foot bloke from Manchester with hair brighter than his future. You're probably not going to want to be friends with that person anymore, are you? But it's true, I'm from Manchester. And it's true, being Manchester is from cool, but you have a lot of weird things. You either working class men or absolute nutters. Can you tell which one I am? But it's true, my nana's name was Vader. Yeah, it's okay. But we clocked in on this very early on when I was growing up, and we had a Bluetooth speaker that we used to hide behind the doors, and every time my nana walked in, we would just play the Imperial March. But we managed to get it even better for one Christmas because she managed to make a side comment at my mother every time she was cooking food. So we managed to time it and pause it every time she was about to make the side comment. So you would get the bum 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 bum. You're burning the sprouts again, Joanne. Bum 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 bum. We hit the jackpot with her one year. We found out that my granddad was dying. That's not the reason we hit the jackpot. It's not like granddad's dead, mad lad. He was on his deathbed, and we were, again, this is not the part of the story. Obviously he was dying, and we found out that my nana wanted to give him a drink of water. She said she couldn't, but you should rub a bit of wet gauze on the inside of his cheek, hydrate him a bit, but don't put your finger straight in, because what's the first reaction you're going to do when you put your finger straight in? You're going to bite down, aren't you? About an hour later, all we hear from the corner of the room was, "Oh, he's got me!" We turn around and we see my nana trying to pry her finger out of his mouth. Afterwards, we managed to get her finger out of his mouth, and we're all sat around the room trying so hard not to laugh. And out of nowhere, I don't know what possessed me to say this, but I went, well, at least he got his last meal before he went. And my nana, without missing a beat, just went, yeah, and Joanne didn't have to cook it this time. My name's Kieran Leah. Thank you guys so much. Good night.